Hey everyone, welcome to episode 16 of Preparing to Podcast. As always, I'm joined with my charming co-host,
Hi, everybody. I'm Chuck Byrne.
Chuck Byrne, and I am the less charming Ted Morris.
I don't know. I think that's about context.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Oh.
I thought I would open up by
All right,
being
You're
nice.
switching up your tactic.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I've been too mean. I blame seasonal affective disorder.
Yes. You need to get. We should triple our lights in here. Maybe
Maybe
that's help. Well, although we are working with extra lights today, so maybe that's what it is.
It's too much.
It's not too much. I think we're not where we will be someday. The hope is someday you get the. Have you ever seen what the host on CNN sees shot?
No.
They're actually in front of a Star Wars like semicircle of lights.
Oh, fun.
Like it's just a bank of nonstop lights. That's why there's no shadows anywhere, right? Like
No shadows, no mystery.
Yeah, they all live in the world of like there's 12 suns.
Right? That's why they all have so much makeup on.
And if you see your shadow, it's 6 more weeks of fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll never see a shadow. No. So it's
got a healthy appetite. Well, especially sad because Wyerton Willie died. So now we have no.
Didn't they just get a new groundhog?
But how do we know that he knows how to do his thing? Like, is this something that all groundhogs know how to do?
But how long does a groundhog actually live?
Well, if it's on a farm, less time than you would think. The number of groundhogs I had to pick out of the hay after you cut the hay, and then you go along and you pull all the groundhogs out, and all the barn cats out, and then you bale the hay.
But I imagine it's the same thing with Punxsutawney Phil, is, a groundhog. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw this out there because I looked it up. And a squirrel lives 18 years is like the average lifespan for a squirrel, which completely blew my mind. That seemed like a very long time to be that hyperactive.
I don't know if I've ever seen a senior squirrel.
It just seems like it's one of those things where, like, whenever I see an animal that seems like it's on turbo boost, I think you're not going to live a long time.
You're gonna burn out fast.
Yeah. But apparently 18 years for a squirrel. So going by that logic of surprising longevity, I'm going to say 20 years on a groundhog.
Let's look it up for next week. We'll find out how long groundhogs live.
There you go. There's your comment. Throw that in the comment. Yeah. How long do you think, without looking it up? That's the key, right? Because we live in a world where you can just look it up.
We don't want facts. We just want something. We want conjecture.
I'm not interested in people who have looked it up and have the actual facts. Tell me a story.
Yeah.
Right? Tell me a story about how you know how long a groundhog lives because you hit one with a car and it had babies and then you kept the babies and you kept them and your dad insisted because you're 16 and you just got your learner's permit, right? You weren't even supposed to be on the highway, right? Because you're not a full driver. Somebody was supposed to be in the car with you and you hit this groundhog and now it's babies. And so, you're now 40 and you're still living with these 6 groundhogs because they live apparently forever.
Yeah. And the guilt is just eating you up inside as these groundhogs destroy your home.
I don't know. Would they destroy your home?
Yes.
Do they, well, I guess they live in the ground.
Yeah.
So they'd be digging, they'd be hell on your dirt foundation if you had a dirt foundation home.
Oh, I have a sweet dirt floor and I don't want those groundhogs messing around with it.
Do you have a dirt floor?
No, I do not. I just tell people that to compensate for my poor housekeeping.
Okay. That makes sense. Because I know someone who has a row house in out by the Junction in the west end of Toronto, and they have it's dirt.
Like in their basement?
Yeah.
Fun.
I don't know if it's fun. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But best. All of a sudden you got to get rid of something or bury it. I'm sure, but that would be the first thing. If I moved into a 100-year-old row house in Toronto,
you would look for bodies.
I would at least have it scanned for like gold. I'd bring the machine in that they look for the Titanic remains with or whatever, the ultrasonic radaroscope, and have them look at my dirt floor. For sure, I'd do that.
I mean, at the very least, when you take a wall down to change all the wiring because your house is going to explode if you've got knob and tube wiring, you will find a whole bunch of old razor blades in the wall.
Razor blades?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they used to have these little slots in the medicine cabinet, like, get rid of your razor blades. But all they did was just go into the wall. Just the hole into the wall. Simpler times.
It was a simpler time. I remember.
This isn't our problem.
Well, I remember. I'm of an age now where in this, like, I guess it would be like the mid 70s.
Tell us about the 70s.
The mid to late 70s was when they first started realizing, hey, there's a consequence to throwing our garbage out the window. You know what I mean? Like that was the first, because nobody had ever had garbage to throw in the 1940s, right? The 1940s, we didn't have the kind of garbage that we have now. The 50s a little bit, and then the 60s, they started cranking out garbage like faster than we could throw it out the window, which is why everybody has garbage in their car, right? They're making it faster than you can even throw it out the window. And so that's what people were doing. They're just tossing it out the window. And then, you can only put so many black people in prison before, and they have to pick up the garbage on the side of the highway. There's only so many criminals out there. So then what do you do? What do you got to do? You make more things illegal.
Yeah.
That's what you do. So that way you get more people that have to pick up the garbage on the side. But eventually, I guess they ran the numbers and it made more sense just to tell people maybe don't throw your garbage out the window.
Don't throw your garbage away. I mean, it was expensive when the CIA brought in all that cocaine and created a crack epidemic.
Yeah.
That did boost inmate numbers.
Which, you'd think if the government's going to be in the crack cocaine business, why aren't highways nicer? Right? I mean, a typical government, they can't even make any good cake off the crack cocaine epidemic. Right? Dollar bills, y'all. Dollar bills. Like, how is the CIA not just flying around like Christy Nome? Oops, she lost her job.
Oh. But you got a new fake job.
I do like.
So that's nice.
You got to give it to the Trump administration in that there is no limit to the things that they'll just kind of make up.
Yeah, it sounded like a fake job that a kid would come up with, where they're like, what does your dad do? And they're like, this. That's not a job.
But it's all fake jobs that kids would come up with, except for the people that you don't hear. The people that you don't hear about are the ones that are actually doing all of the terrible things. They've cast this show with all these superficial people that everyone go, well, Pete Hegseth is not a competent person. Everybody agrees on that.
Yeah.
But guess what? There's competent people behind the scenes that are doing terrible, terrible things. Those are the people that should be exposed.
Yeah, he's just a fall guy.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people. Apparently, there are generals that are framing this in their discussions about the war in Iran as a Christian.
Yes.
Like, we're doing this.
This is a holy war.
To make the second coming of Jesus happen.
I mean, they did make the skies rain oil, which might be one of the signs of the apocalypse, or just a big mistake.
The plastics industry has done that in Louisiana for like 80 years, so I don't see why that's such a big deal. I mean, it's fun to watch, right? It's raining oil on your enemy. That, although, it seems like an expensive party trick.
Expensive slip and slide. Faster commute though. Wherever you're getting to, you just slide your way through.
And remember, America, you were able to spend, I believe the estimates now are at $5 billion on the first 2 days of bombing Iran to make that make it rain. You made it rain oil. Yep. Hey, gonna head down to the club and make it rain oil, y'all. You made it rain oil. $5 billion is all it cost you. But remember, America, you cannot afford health care.
Yeah.
Your government cannot afford health care for you.
Although they did ask Israel, they're like, could you stop targeting like all the oil?
Yeah.
Because that's the whole reason that we want this country. We want that stuff. We don't care if you bomb little girls, but because we're not making money off of these little girls.
Oh,
not now.
The report came out. Apparently, they moved a fence, and nobody told the American government that they had moved a fence.
There you go.
So
mistakes happen. I don't know who among us has not made a mistake at our job.
Oftentimes, I will say something that I think is funny, and the audience will not find it
Yeah.
funny. And one time I did that, and 167 children died.
Normally,
No,
when I bomb, no children die, but they're just
yeah,
very disappointed in me.
comedy bombing is yeah just as expensive, but not as many casualties.
Yeah, it's a spiritual cost.
It is. It is. It's time. Time. It's. I've
Yeah,
stolen everybody's time.
I've lied to these people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I like about our little preparing the podcast program here that we do is that even when we have a plan
Yes.
as to what we're going to be talking about,
Oh yeah, we have a plan.
um, we rarely get to it.
We do not like following our own instructions. We are belligerent. We are
Like,
obstinate.
well, I think it's a combination of caffeine,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of THC. You often have your weekly cigarette before the show, so
Yeah.
you're hopped up on
I
goofballs.
am hopped up on goofballs.
You're hopped up on goofballs. I see. Look at this. I have a smoking.
And I put the
can.
butt in here, so I'm getting
Yeah.
delicious.
Oh man, have you done that? The
Cigarette in the coffee? I
no,
just go to Starbucks if I want that taste.
not the cigarette and the coffee. The two can like at the cottage. If you're smoking at the cottage, a lot of people only smoke at the cottage.
Fair enough.
And if you're smoking
All
at the
that
cottage,
fresh air.
sometimes you've got the can of beer you're drinking out of, and a can of beer empty ashtray.
Yes.
But in order for the empty can can't actually be empty to be an effective ashtray.
It needs a tiny
It
bit
needs a
of
tiny
liquid.
little bit of liquid. And so if those two weights get too close to each other, you can take a hit off the wrong can.
Very disappointing.
And I will be honest with you here, and I'll tell you true, I have taken a hit off the wrong can. And
All of a sudden, you're chewing tobacco.
I'm
You
always
chew tobacco?
I'm
You
always
chew, man.
no.
It's so gross.
I'm always surprised at how long it takes me to start spitting it out. Like that's the thing.
What is this in my mouth?
That's the thing.
I don't want to be rude.
Is I am such a greedy glutton that if I've made the motion to start drinking, my brain is like, no man, we're getting this job done. We are not failing on this. I'm also someone it takes me a long time to like actually throw up.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Like it takes a long time for that wave to hit the beach for me. Like I'll get and a lot of times it won't even get there. Like my body be like, no man, I ain't giving it up.
No, this is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a terrible bulimic.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. I don't think I could I think if I was gonna go the unhealthy weight loss routine, I think Ozempic, obviously
Yes.
the pharmaceutical companies
Clearly.
are or old school fen, right? And I can just dissolve my heart in my chest. But I think
And your heart weighs a
I
couple
think
of
the most
pounds.
tempting one for me would be a combination of laxative and then some sort of pep pill.
So you're like 70s weight loss.
I just think of all the bad ways to lose weight.
Yeah. Why not have some fun?
Well, I think that would be the one less the pharmaceutical way. I'm just suspect of.
Yes.
I'm
too
just
easy.
always suspect of the pharmaceutical solution to anything. Not that a whole bunch of amphetamines aren't the pharmaceutical solution, but yeah, pep pills because keep the energy up and the appetite suppressed, and then laxatives for anything that I do put in my mouth doesn't really get an opportunity to hang out very long.
Let's get this through as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And I think that would be the amenable. I mean, like right now, what I'm doing is just not losing weight.
I mean, that's an option. You can label it as body positivity, which is just laziness with
But that's the
good
thing.
marketing.
That's the thing is I'm not lazy. I've for like the last.
I mean, we were marveling about how muscular your calves are.
Yes,
earlier.
exactly. The thighs and the calves are I mean top notch. Top notch. I could model knee high boots or something, right? Knee high boots, maybe thigh high stockings or something. Well, no, actually, because you don't want to cover them up.
No,
you don't want to cover them up.
Unless they're slutty stockings.
Maybe I could get some sort of high heel sandal thing, right? Just get a shot of the whole thing.
Some high heel Crocs.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
there you go. I don't know. I lost the plot there on that one.
We lost the plot as soon as we started recording,
That's generally, yeah.
but we're not going to go looking for it because
No, no,
this is
no,
what the people want.
the point is free association, and if you're wondering where was he going with that, there you go, perfect place.
Yeah.
Throw a comment up online and remind me what I was talking about, and ask me where I was going with it, and we'll see if we can start a new stream. This is how the multiverse gets built.
Yeah, we can't do all the heavy lifting for you. We can't do all the work.
No, it's kind of nobody chooses, but it's still an adventure.
Yeah. I mean, I used to cheat at the choose your own adventure books. I used to be like, oh, I don't like make a decision, but keep your finger in the
Oh, you would check if
page.
it was
Like,
good or bad.
oh, this is bad. All right, let's go back.
Yeah.
Different decision. Oh, this one's bad too.
Did you ever read the Encyclopedia Brown books?
Yes.
Yes, I like those books. The Solving the Little Mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were fun. Okay, so I do want to actually get to the thing that we were going to talk about.
Let's get to the thing.
Well, I sent you a message earlier this week saying that I was going to make the sacrifice and that I was going to watch Melania, the movie, and for the material, so we'd have something to talk about. And then I thought maybe we could get into other first ladies, international first ladies.
We love getting into first ladies.
Yeah. And you said you might have some knowledge of Evita, but it's more musical based knowledge.
It's just where Eva Perón and Madonna, where that Venn diagram overlaps.
Okay,
that's specifically what I know.
Good. It's not a big area, but it's an area that the people that are interested in it are extremely interested in it. But anyway, so I watched, and I'm going to be perfectly honest, even though I had messaged you that I was committed to watching the entire Melania movie, I did not make it through the entire Melania movie.
How long is it?
I don't know because it didn't make it is longer than 29 minutes.
Like credits.
Because at 29 minutes, and that was, I did 2 shifts to get to 29 minutes.
Like if Yugoslavia doesn't dissolve soon.
I started with real intent to sit down and watch Melania, and I took some notes, and
open heart, open mind.
Yeah. Now, first off, it looks amazing. Every shot is absolutely perfectly lit.
You can really see where the bribery money was going.
It is a beautiful, beautiful palette. And the edits are just a little bit slower than, let's say, The Apprentice.
Okay.
Right? But a lot of it felt like, do you know when they do like the little background piece on all of the reality talent shows?
Yes.
But they've decided this person is someone.
This is who you are. This is the background we're going to show people.
They send a crew out to the person's home. You know, they get, you know, like they're doing a little bio on this person.
Or maybe it's a fake home.
This movie feels like a 2-hour version of what that is, of just a reality show, quick hit. This is this person. So you walk away with like 6 facts about the person, but you don't actually know anything about the person at all. So it opens. Now, first off, kudos on the music. Rolling Stones opens with the Rolling Stones, and then
boys,
and then Melania says like 3 sentences after a long montage.
Like people,
it's her going from her home to the airport. That's the opening montage. Home in New York to the airport. I think this whole opening,
just like us.
She's on her way to Jimmy Carter's funeral.
Oh.
And
does she know who he is?
And yeah. And she speaks nicely of Jimmy Carter in the one sentence that she mentions him. But so she's now arrived at the plane, and at the plane, she's on the plane now. Beautiful hair, clothing, everything's on point. She says like 3 sentences, basically like, I'm Melania, and
I like to hit gypsies.
I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, getting ready for the inauguration. Oh. This is my, getting ready to go into the White House for the 2nd time, and then it's Michael Jackson right out, and then Stones, and then boom, second music montage, Michael Jackson, and that's her like on the plane, and it's she's just kind of cruising, and then the next scene is she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to hire staff, So she's like bringing candidates into her office and saying, um, so you're going to work with me in the White House? And they're like, yes, I'd very much like to work for you in the White House. And she's like, okay, why do you think you'd be good at that? It's like she's doing like an interview question
Okay.
for somebody. Okay, welcome. We'll see you at the White House. So it's you could tell like the each of these scenes I saw very clearly as a card on a wall, right? Melania interviews potential White House employees. The next card is Melania meets with the designer of the inauguration ball. And so like that's the next scene is like they're talking about, and it's like the final approval for this is all the diligent work that she's done, right? Because she has to roll in and improve what this guy's been working on for 6 months of his life. And it was, yeah, it was just very reality show. And it freaked me out how many times she said my husband when referring to Donald Trump. But like in a situation where you would have used his name, well, I'll do that when I talk to Donald or when I talk to my husband. She kept saying my husband to the point where I started to think, does she not know his name,
Did you not check the paperwork?
or does it just not matter to her?
I don't think it matters. I didn't watch the documentary because of like I have zero curiosity about who Melania is as a
Yeah,
person. I'm not interested. She doesn't strike me as anyone with a fascinating backstory. I did read her Wikipedia page though, which is
yeah,
clearly written by some sort of sycophant because they're
yeah.
giving her a lot more credit.
Written by Newsmax.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't like to be in the spotlight, but she just talks to her husband about policy behind closed doors. Like,
You know,
no, she doesn't.
yeah.
No, she doesn't.
More than any profession in the world, I find models really, really hate the spotlight. There's no one that hates the spotlight more than models. Maybe comedians.
Maybe.
Maybe comedians hate the spotlight more than models. Yeah, nobody. Every time I meet a model, I think, "Wow, I can't believe how you just won't put yourself out there."
Nope.
Yeah.
Won't do it.
It was
Too much attention.
it was
All these people are looking at me.
it's but I defy you to find the third wife of any billionaire who is someone that you would think that is
Not a gold digger.
I don't know. I mean
I mean, I hate to call her a gold digger, but you're the one with the shovel in your hands.
well, I think if you're marrying Donald Trump, the appealing thing about Donald Trump is the money.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's raw sexual magnetism.
But I think if you ask Donald Trump that question, he would tell you that his big appeal is that he's rich.
Yeah, I think he's well aware.
Yeah. Like I don't think that's an argue like people's there's always I'm sure she loves him. Yeah, I'm sure she loves him too because she had the opportunity to get to know him because he arrived on a mountain of gold.
Yeah, and apparently she played a little hard to get. Like it was like, well, I'm just gonna. I don't know if she's playing hard to get. Or
She
she
was
was
in this other room
Levine.
on Epstein's plane.
Yeah.
I'll be in the other room on Epstein's plane. See if you can find me.
Like, hi, where am I? Why was I in the bathroom the whole time?
Yeah, but it was it did make me think about other first ladies.
Yeah, because if I was making a list of first ladies, I'm pretty sure I would put Melania close to the bottom.
Well, it depends what
It
you're
was like
looking for.
my top 10 favorite.
It depends what you're
first
looking
ladies.
for. If you don't think that the spouse of someone has a government responsibility, find by me.
I think it's ridiculous that the spouse of the president is expected to do this role that's not even. It's not codified. There's like no.
No. There's no legal
There's
justification.
no legal
for it.
justification for it. It's just like, oh, you have to do something.
It's well, and now the Trumps have managed to turn it into a fairly lucrative deal, right?
Well, they turn everything into a lucrative deal.
I know. But there's one thing I'll give them. I mean, they're good at monetizing anything.
Yeah.
Anything at all. Crypto, which is done. They even managed to monetize nothing at all. It's an incredible step to monetize nothing.
Well, it's a fun way of just doing some money laundering and bribery right in front of everyone and pretending it's not happening.
Yeah, it's really what it's all about. It's all dark economy
Yeah.
stuff. It,
Yeah,
it,
it's now the easiest way to bribe Donald Trump.
what's interesting is that at the end of the day, it's you're not even getting. I mean, unless I guess you cash out, like
Yeah.
you get your Bitcoin bribe, and then you immediately cash. Oh, it's not Bitcoin. I bet you it's Truth Coin or
Melania coin, freedom coins.
Freedom Disc. Is it Freedom Disc? I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's I imagine it's something to do with freedom or strength
Probably.
or yeah,
Barren change.
barren change. Yeah, he's tall. That guy.
He is tall
Hey, here's a question
and
because
creepy.
and creepy. Who? Well, what first ladies did you like? I mean, you said Melania would be down near the bottom.
Melania's down at the bottom.
Who would you put up near the top?
Eleanor Roosevelt, lesbian icon,
You know,
patron saint of handsome women everywhere.
you look a little like Eleanor Roosevelt.
That's hurtful, but I will take it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she was first lady for a while too. So she was one of the first ladies who was like, "Oh, I'm going to use this to
She did
actually
something
try
right.
and benefit America." Unlike Mary Todd Lincoln, who just
They were you know, the Roosevelts were very close to kind of they behaved there was like this wealth in America that kind of acted like nobility.
yeah,
And some of it was on the right, and it was like the robber barons. But some of it was also very progressive. And those are like the people that started all the operas and funded all the
yeah.
libraries and did all of that kind of stuff. And they were of that progressive side. And so
Oh,
he was
yeah.
very
In
active.
his libraries, they're like, "Look how much money he donated." It's like it's such a tiny sliver of his fortune that all of a sudden
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
very miserly. I'm like, "Oh yeah, thanks for all these libraries." You
That's
cheap bastard.
that's the thing about that bothers me. Where's the Bezos or Musk
Yeah.
anything?
I mean,
Right?
I don't want to go to the Musk Opera Hall
Where's
or the
the
Musk. I don't want anything
well, I'm
that's
sure
named
they're
Musk.
giving money to universities and stuff like that,
Yeah.
endowments. I'm sure they're giving away money because it helps in in their tax structures. But they're not giving it to like where's the Zuckerberg burrito program?
Yeah.
You know, forget a taco truck on every corner. How about a Zuckerberg burrito truck on every corner?
Just like, read some Batman comics and be like, "Oh, that's what billionaire philanthropists do." It's like you
Yeah,
don't have to be Batman, but you could be a little Bruce Wayne.
yeah,
Bruce Wayne.
yeah. Well, senior, be Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
senior. Give a bunch of your money away and then drop dead. Yeah.
I mean, get shot. Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that you should get shot, but however it happens, right? However it happens, it can happen naturally, right? You could be eating one of Zuckerberg's burritos and just choke on it, right?
I don't want a Zuckerberg
You don't
burrito.
want to you don't want to choke on a Zuckerberg burrito.
No, I don't want that unblinking, soulless man anywhere close to my food.
He's kind of what you'd draw if you were going to draw the pasty faced nerd.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I would put glasses on him for sure, but
Now, well, I would put glasses on
I
him
mean, Bill
would
Gates is
make him look less creepy because his eyes are all it's like his eyes are surprised, but his face isn't.
no his face because he doesn't understand human emotion, so he has to tell his face what to do. He's like, "Oh, you should look concerned right now. I think this is what concerned looks like."
Well, and now the problem is because I mean, how old was he when Facebook caught?
22,
He was
23,
early 20s.
maybe.
But that's what I mean. Like, imagine living most of your entire adult life in a world where everybody's kissing your ass and like that's just he doesn't know what the world is.
No.
Well, I mean, he knows what the world is for him, but if you turn off the electricity, he's fucked.
Yeah, I read a book. It was like an inside look at Facebook, and it was one of those books that just annoyed me because the person writing it was trying to position themselves as a better person for having
Oh
known
yeah.
that they were working for this terrible company. They're like, "But you still work for this terrible company."
Right after I dropped off that gas, I quit the Nazi party.
I was just like, "Oh, he does not know what's what's going on. He really is completely out of touch with
Well,
the entire
when
world.
you see the movies, and in the movies, like all of these billionaires have like a secret lab somewhere where they're developing
Yes.
some program towards, they want to make a super soldier, or they want to just themselves live forever, right? There's I watched some movie with Charlize Theron. They're like going to space, and the whole reason they're going to space is some trillionaires hoping to live forever. That's the kind of program that
Everyone
they're
looks hot
funding.
in space. Everyone looks hot in zero gravity.
That's why, I mean, like if Bill Gates is giving everybody vaccines, he's doing it because he's hoping to find one that's going to make him live forever. Right? Like let's be honest. Right? That's why else do people do things? They do things, nobody does things selflessly.
I mean, the man is still wearing glasses.
Mother Teresa was in it for the book sales.
Mother Teresa.
Eh?
Oh my God, what a horrible, horrible. Like, don't get me started on Mother Teresa.
Really?
She's the worst.
Well,
The more
okay.
you find out about Mother Teresa, the more you're like, oh, you're just a terrible person
Well, she had a
who
better.
had a kink for poor people.
Well, what's interesting is that Mother Teresa obviously had a very good, um, communications team and marketing team,
God.
and getting the word out
Yeah.
that she was obviously a wonderful, wonderful person doing wonderful things for desperate people. So if she was a terrible person, where did that PR team go for the Catholic Church? That's what I'm wondering. Because once Mother Teresa dropped dead, I mean, do they all move on to something else? They all moved on to like Jolt Cola or something, the
Yep.
PR team, because
100%.
yeah, they need that PR team back.
I think it all happened very accidentally, and they're like, oh, well, we didn't.
It's the problem with the Catholic Church. Excellent product, terrible sales team.
Terrible sales, and the food is not that good. Those wafers are dry.
Yeah, but comes with a little shot of vino, right? Get a little vino.
Usually cheap. It's like you get the little garbage wafer, and then the priest is keeping all the wine to himself. But I don't want to drink out of a cup that like
Everybody
100
else.
people's lips have touched. Like I don't think that little holy napkin is really sterilizing anything. It's like sippy, wipey. I'm like that's not doing anything. You're
You're,
just spreading the herpes around the entire rim.
you're really all over the place on what's hygienic and what isn't, eh? Because taking communion, one of the 7 blessed sacraments of the church, is gross and lip skin. But if we happen to be talking about, which we've discussed before, glory holes,
Yeah.
then it's hey, let's get in there.
I
Right?
mean, I'm still on my knees. It is still a form of worship,
Yes.
and
Go on.
everyone is happy.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
And if you haven't wiped the rim of whatever sample, I'm not interested.
That's the only. All you're asking for is, regardless of circumstance, a wiped rim.
That's all I want. That's all. That's what the world needs
That's what
now.
the world needs
Yeah.
now.
I did love it when we would go to mass at a church that had like real bread, and be like,
Oh yeah,
oh,
somebody in the congregation owns a bakery or something, so they bring it in.
or they let you like dip the bread in the wine. I'm like, this is fun. Now this is interactive.
You know
You're
what?
having a little Jesus fondue.
That would actually help. If I went to church and they had one of them giant spinach dips,
Yes,
with
something.
the giant loaf of bread with the spinach dip inside.
Body of
man.
Christ and spinach dip of Judas on this.
Yeah, I am. The first time I tell you how much I like that is I remember the first time I ever had one of those, because there's some
Spinach dip?
yeah,
Oh,
because
I'll make I make a meat spinach
in the loaf
in the
it
pumpernickel.
was in the pumpernickel, like
Classic
and
Canadian.
a friend of mine showed up and she brought this thing to a Super Bowl party I was hosting.
Fair.
And I had made like ribs and chicken wings, and because I like to do it up, I like to do it up proper style. And she showed up with this spinach loaf dip thing, and that's the thing I hammered all afternoon. Yeah. It was awesome. It was carby, fatty, deliciousy. And because
the Chuck Burns story.
Exactly. But the great thing about it is, because there were trace amounts of spinach, I got to pretend that I was doing myself this huge favor by eating that.
You would love my spinach dip.
Yeah, all right.
I double the spinach.
All right, I'm down with spinach.
Spinach dip.
Yeah.
And I don't do sour cream. I do Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt.
And then you're like, oh, this is so healthy. And then you eat
And then you
A
get to eat
tub of
all.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the key. I don't mind eating the low version, right? The low fat, low carb, low whatever version of something. But keep in mind, I'm not interested in the low calorie version. So lower the fat, lower the
Yeah.
carb, lower the sugar, whatever you're going to lower, but triple the volume,
Yes. Yeah.
right? Like whenever have you ever gone on a low carb diet?
No, I don't believe in low carb diets.
Whenever I go on a low carb diet, because it doesn't give you that satisfying bloat that carbohydrates give you,
Mm,
I got to undo my pants and just watch 4 hours of football now type of thing. You don't get that satisfying feeling. So as a result, you have to physically stuff yourself with food until you cannot. And I'm speaking as someone who eats too much generally,
fair.
and that isn't a symptom I can fix on a diet. You know what I mean? Like I can't. When people are like, "Well, why don't you just eat off a smaller plate?" I'm like, "Because then I got to fill it up 6 fucking times."
Yeah. Who's got time for that?
And I'm
Or they're
not.
like, just eat a big salad first. I'm like, ugh.
I am. I have.
Salad is the thing I eat when I've eaten all the good stuff off my plate.
No, I'll eat a salad. I eat a lot of high fat, high protein salads.
Little Caesar.
I'll have a Caesar with like
You
40,
look heavily dressed.
40 shrimp and heavy dressing.
And yes, I would like chicken on that as well, and steak.
And those aren't the little shrimp. I'm talking like 40 Costco shrimp.
Like lobster-sized shrimp.
Yeah. Yeah, like the kind of thing that the Pentagon orders when they're planning a bombing run. Did you see that news story?
All that. I was like,
They spent like $61 million or something on shrimp and
lobster,
lobster
crab,
tails and
fruit basket.
ribeye steaks. I mean, you got to give it to them. I mean, if you're dropping missiles that cost $3 million a pop, you should be eating lobster. You should be eating lobster and ribeye steaks while you're dropping them missiles.
Dynamite
Because
Kings.
what's the point of flying first class and bringing your own sandwich?
I mean, they're just sitting there be like, oh, this tastes like freedom.
Does
And
taste
then
like
they
freedom.
shoot the lobster tail.
And you know what it is actually that tastes like freedom? It isn't the lobster, it's the butter you're dipping it in.
Yes.
Yes, butter is freedom.
Butter is delicious.
Yeah.
Thank you, cows.
Oh, big ups to cows.
Thank you, butter churns.
Yeah. Although I will say,
Thank you, France.
I like the butter, the untitled butter, right? Like all of the other butters have to have a title in front of them. But
Like,
because,
I can't believe it's not. Or,
well, no, like all of the nut butters,
oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Which,
yeah,
by the way, whenever someone says nut butter,
yeah.
it always, yeah, it's right. Exactly. It's, you can't,
I'm a 10-year-old boy.
you can't say nut butter to me without me immediately wanting to just laugh.
Nut butter. You brought her.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. That's not how that joke
Yeah.
goes.
Like, in fact, when someone says almond butter, I'm upset that they didn't say nut butter.
I'm upset when they call it alternative nut butters. Like peanut butter is like the standard.
Peanut butter is the standard.
Only in North America. Europeans are so grossed out by peanut butter. It's one of my favorite things to give to a European is a peanut butter sandwich and a root beer.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
want a European to not like you, give them a peanut butter sandwich and a root beer. They'll be like, why are you giving me this garbage?
Oh, they don't like
It's
it.
pretend food. No.
Oh, no, because that is
They're
the
not
opposite.
down with it.
I've met Europeans that very much like peanut butter.
Really?
Yeah.
So like, this is American food.
But yeah, but I mean, but not just peanut butter as like a sandwich, but peanut butter like as an ingredient, as a useful tool, like as a dip sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah. They utilize it more as a
As a condiment.
as not just a sandwich spread.
They're
I would say
branching out.
primarily, you know what I mean? It's like Thai food.
Yeah.
Has a lot of peanut stuff going on.
Yes. Not peanut butter.
But I've never had a peanut butter sandwich in Thailand.
I've never had a sandwich in Thailand.
Oh, yes. I don't know. There's not a lot of as we think of it, bread
No.
in Southeast Asia.
It's hard to make a sandwich out of rice paper.
It is rice cakes. You can make I made a burger once out of rice cakes because that was all there was.
Like that was the patty or that was the bun?
That was the bun.
Okay.
It was the bun. And it was
Still gross, but Slightly better.
Well, I got about 2 bites in, and then I just lost. I got rid of the top rice cake. I just turned it into. I used the bottom rice cake more as like a plate.
Fair.
I just kind of slid the burger
Yeah.
into my mouth while avoiding eating the rice cake.
And then did you wash the rice cake afterwards or just throw it away?
No, I threw it away. I threw it away in the same way that, like, I'll buy a bag of avocados, right?
Okay.
And 2 of them I'll eat, and then 6 of them I'll find later, right? But but for 8 avocados, it was such a good deal at
Such a
Costco,
good deal.
and I'm thinking, maybe I'll throw a party tomorrow and invite everybody over for guac, and I never get around to that.
Maybe I secretly love guacamole.
I do love
I do love
guacamole.
guacamole.
And I love avocado as like an ingredient in salads and or sandwiches.
A
But
smoothie, an avocado smoothie.
the problem with eating for one is a bag of
Buying for 12.
a bag of avocados is a short-term commitment to avocados. Like,
It's a delayed thing where you buy them and then 2 days later you can eat them, and then a day after that they're compost.
but that's the thing is 2 days later you have to plan for and now it's marathon. It's Amazon marathon, right? Like I gotta have an avocado omelet for breakfast. we're doing nachos for lunch, and then I'm gonna have a big salad, protein salad with avocado in it for dinner.
Yeah.
And then just probably just eat one by itself before bed. And same thing tomorrow.
Peeling it.
Yeah, just cranking because you got to get through them all.
You got to get through them all. Although your hair must be so glossy after eating all those avocados.
Are they good for your hair?
I don't know. We had a couple of avocado trees in our backyard, and my dog would eat all the avocados. And during avocado season, she never looked better.
Oh, yeah? That would make sense.
Gorgeous.
I have had a lot of people tell me that avocado oil is what I should be cooking in. I should be cooking in avocado oil.
Because people are weird about seed oils.
Well, I'm with you on some of the seed oils.
I have no problem with seed oils. I am pro seed oil.
Well, I
get sponsored by canola.
Cooking on the stove, I use olive oil, and cooking in the deep fryer, I use peanut.
Peanut is great for the deep fryer.
Yes, peanut is very good for the deep fryer.
You want a nice high smoke point.
Yeah, high smoke point and good flavor. It lasts.
Yeah, a nice secret allergen for people who are allergic to peanuts.
And although the problem, the problem with having children that are on the internet all the time is that no matter what you type in, like no matter what you're doing, whatever program you're on, there's someone who's for it, and then there's someone who's telling you that you're being sold. Oh no, diet and exercise isn't the way to go. You need to be, on this program here, and no matter what you're doing, someone's like, you're on the right track, and 12 other people are like, oh no, man, you're being sold a bill of goods.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to buy oil from me, this is the oil that you need.
Oh man, oil. Yeah, we're back. It's the price of gas has.
Price of gas has gone up. People are acting like the gas has never been this price before, though.
Well,
it has been this high and higher.
Yeah, but my issue, really more than anything, with the whole price of gas is that I live in Canada, right? Canada is a considerable distance from the Strait of Hormuz, right?
Yeah,
considerable, right?
I can't even see the Strait of Hormuz from
I don't know if
my apartment.
I don't know if you can get there in one flight. You might be able to if you're flying private. But I don't know if you can get there, like if you were just going to book a flight, I think you're going to have to make at least one connection to get to the Strait of Hormuz. And right now, bad time to book. Bad time to book.
There's no deals.
There's probably a lot of deals. There's not a lot of deals on the return flight, but there are all sorts of deals heading in, right? Yeah. If you've ever wanted to go see the sights of Abu Dhabi, there is no better time to book a hotel room than when missiles are exploding, meters away.
Wartime and terrorist activities are really good for travel deals.
And it's the safest it's going to be because security is on high alert.
Tight.
High alert. Now, I wouldn't suggest this if you were an American tourist, or even really, to be honest, a white one. But if you have brown skin, I would say now is the time.
Now's the time.
Now
Now's
is
the
the
time.
time to travel to the Middle East,
Yeah, I was traveling.
partly around the Strait of Hormuz. But anyway, what I was saying about the price of
Yes.
gas is that I live in Canada, a country that, as far as oil goes, we're a have country.
Yes.
Now, in the West, we've got a lot of natural gas,
Yes, we do.
and we've got a lot of filthy, dirty oil. It's
Disgusting,
it's
grotesque
not
oil.
the flowy oil, it's the sludgy oil.
It's not cute. Not
But
cute.
also in the East, particularly in the Atlantic around Newfoundland, we do have some of that delicious flowy oil. We've got a lot of it, a lot of that flowy oil. So when it comes to oil, we've got more oil than we can use,
Yes.
which is why we've got a pipeline that ships it into the United States all day long, every day, right? We got more than we need, and we're shipping it out. They process it, they sell it, they make all sorts of money on it. We make money on it. Everybody's making money on the deal. But what I don't understand is that they blow up all this stuff in Iran. Why is my price of gas? I don't buy gas from Iran. We don't
No.
buy oil from Iran.
Oh, and the gas that I'm buying right now has not been, even if it came from Iran.
Oh, yeah. There's
No.
no way it got, no. Yeah. There's no way that gas got anywhere close to that gas station within, well, because wherever it was refined, let's say 5 days maximum. Like the price of gas goes up immediately based upon the ability to raise the price of gas because the news story has broken.
Yes.
But it just bothers me that our price of gas jumped by 30%. And for the purposes of our oil economy in Canada, we're not affected by it.
Yeah, where's our cheap gas?
Well, because what's going on in the rest of the world is they've got all these refineries that are like, hey, the oil boat didn't show up with our oil to refine. But over at our refineries, there's no oil boat. It's just over there, over by Larry's house. They got a pump. They're pulling it out of the ground.
Our refineries are refined right now.
Well, we've got a whole bunch of oil. We're one of the first oil discoveries ever in North America is in, ironic naming, Oil Springs, Ontario.
I've done a show in Oil Springs,
which is down by Windsor and Detroit,
yeah,
for our American listeners.
Petrolia.
That was, yeah. And that's one of the first places in North America that oil was discovered. And they're still pumping oil out of the ground there.
There's all kinds of oil.
Yeah.
And all kinds of truck nuts. That was the show that I pulled up. That's like, oh no.
But that's what that's what bothered me because, like in Venezuela, before the whole, we're just going to murder, or we're just going to take your leader away deal, the price of gas it was cheap.
Yeah.
The price of gas in Saudi Arabia is comparatively cheap.
Yep.
But the price of gas here isn't, because somehow they've convinced us that the only way that the oil economy can work is that we all have to live on this world oil economy. And it seems like horseshit.
Yeah.
I liked the idea of when they did the Petro-Canada, when the government decided, hey, we're going to start our own oil company with Petro-Canada, when they had the Petro-Canada gas stations. And we sold it off.
Which was dumb, because now I don't know where to get glassware.
Well,
that is where we got every single one of our glasses in the 80s.
And not only do you not know where to get glassware, I like the idea of, especially in an industry like oil, of the government competing with the private people. So when the private people get out of line, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Because right now, we don't really know to the degree by which we're being ripped off. But if we had a government player that was regulated the shit out of it, right, which everyone complains about in private business, but if we had a government, if Petro-Canada was still a government thing and they had to live by strict rules and they couldn't price gouge and all that kind of stuff, and the price of gas at Petro-Canada was 50 cents a liter cheaper than everywhere else, well, guess who has to get in line all of a sudden?
Guess who's getting some new glasses this weekend?
Exactly. And that's why, in a country like Venezuela, why, the gas station is owned by the state, because and that's what pisses off all these oil companies, because they can't just rip these countries off.
We could be making more money off of this.
Very much had the feel of a extended, long cut version of a commercial for an obscure Romanian perfume.
Oh, what does that smell like? Oh no.
From the footage, it smells a lot like gold and beige.
Mm,
That seems to be the color palette of
beige.
gold is the color palette of the surroundings, and beige seems to be the color palette of the personality.
Oh,
Ouch!
burn. Take that.
And that's a Chuck burn.
That's a
But
Chuck burn.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
talked.
will never watch that movie.
So hang on. Did we find out who your favorite first lady was? Eleanor Roosevelt.
Eleanor Roosevelt, my favorite first American lady.
Yeah, mine was Barbara Bush. Oh, do you have a favorite Canadian first lady?
No, I didn't even know. I had to look up Carney's wife's name.
Yeah, she's low key. I like that it's a low key thing. We
Like-
only had the only one that I can there's a couple that I can remember. Uh, one was Mila
Mila
Mulrooney,
Mulrooney was a good time.
and she was good. She showed up. She was the dutiful wife,
She was classy.
and then my favorite Canadian would be Margaret Trudeau.
Margaret Trudeau, absolutely. Anyone who's partying with the Stones,
She was
she was a good time.
she was a counterculture first lady.
Yeah.
And like it or lump it, she did not play the game.
No.
That's what I will say. She played the game. Like, I mean, she showed up and did the things that she was asked to do.
Yeah, but I'm also going to do a bunch of blow off of Mick Jagger's dick.
Yeah, and
We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke weed, and the press are gonna get a picture of my vagina, and
What else do you want?
deal with it, man.
Deal.
And I think that's also that it helped that she was French.
Yeah.
That helped. That helped a lot.
Just how the French are.
Well, even the English seem to be much more permissible of people living their lives if they're not English.
Yes. Yeah. If they're not uptight Presbyterian,
Exactly.
it's like, well, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
She's not a real person anyway.
Yeah, and to be honest, a lot of the time the argument for the way the French do things, their argument for why they do that is, but we are French.
Yeah.
And what bothers me is that they're right about that. They're really bang on.
Yeah.
Because they are different, and we could learn a lot from them. I don't want to, but we could. We could someday in the future.
One of these days.
Okay, so I think we got to everything. Oh, and yeah, so Maggie Trudeau, and I think my favorite. I don't know if I said it, Barbara Bush.
Barbara Bush, yeah. Your love of Barbara Bush is well known in the Canadian comedy community.
Well, she showed up on a few occasions and went along with the joke.
Yeah.
Which I always enjoyed. There's a few videos out there of her going along well with the joke. Her dog wrote a bestseller,
Yes.
I believe, and she was fiercely defensive of her husband.
She really was.
There was with that moment where he was eating dinner in Japan with like
felt sick and threw up on the.
Yeah, he was like with the emperor. He was like at the end of like a 16-hour flight and a 48-hour day. And then they serve him, a guy from Texas, a whole shit pile of raw fish and fucking roe eggs and sea urchins and shit stuff. And he starts throwing up into his soup. First one there, Secret Service wasn't on top of it. Fucking Barbara Bush was fucking on top of it. And not only was she there to like make him okay, she was there to like put a napkin in front of him throwing up so nobody would see it. Like she was, class lady.
Classy.
If I'm, eating dinner with the Emperor of Japan and I start throwing up, I want Barbara Bush there beside me.
Yeah.
Watching out for me. The other person I would accept watching my back, Dolly Parton.
Oh, well, Dolly Parton can do no wrong.
Yeah. I would accept Dolly Parton, Barbara Bush, and the character that, what's her name from Misery? Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates.
The character that Kathy Bates played on The Office. Oh. The Florida magnate.
Oh, yeah, I vaguely remember that.
She was, but I'll take Kathy Bates. Almost every character, Kathy. I don't want the character from Misery because I don't want her,
You don't want Annie chopping your foot off?
I
guess she doesn't chop it off.
I love the idea of staying in bed and having Kathy Bates love me eternally.
Way worse than the book. It's way worse than the book. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Oh, no, I've read the book. I read all those books in high school. Yeah. Reading a lot of Stephen King in high school, I think, is the main reason why I'm scared of the world around me.
It's a cautionary tale
I am a cautionary tale.
right here.
Yeah. Don't read. That's the lesson. That's the lesson. Don't read. Just stare at your phone. You'll be fine.
It's not good for you.
Just stare at your phone.
Just look at pictures and videos.
Yeah. People
Like
think,
us, we'll read things to you. Next week, we will read misery to you.
oh, no, we won't.
No?
No. Well, you can.
I'll read it to you.
You read it to me.
Yeah.
That would be good.
That'd be
That
fun.
would be good. We'll have to create a scene.
We'll do. We'll just pretend to be in bed. I'll tuck you in. I'll read you a terrifying bedtime story.
I will put on the list for next week.
Perfect.
Comforter.
Yeah.
Comforter. Notice how I made it singular so that we get to be under the same comforter together forever.
Oh no!
All right,
I made a terrible mistake.
That's all we got this week.
That's it.
That's it.
More than enough.
It is. It's
Look
too
at
much.
all
really.
the information we imparted about first ladies. I do love having a jumping off point.
Well, we got there.
Yeah,
we did get there. It took us a little bit, but we got there. We got to say our favorites and whatnot. Maybe put in the comments, who's your favorite first lady, or do you think the whole thing's a sham? Have we had any? Did Kim Campbell, was she married? Did we have a first husband in Canada?
She must have been. Those 2 months that she was prime minister just flew by, though.
I don't know. There's something we can look up. Kim Campbell. Yeah, that's something we'll look up for sure.
Gimme Campbell.
All right, well, tell them about,
where to find us.
Yeah.
You can find us on all the socials at Preparing to Podcast. You can find Chuck Byrne at Chuck B Jokes.
Yep.
You can find myself at Dr. Ted Morris.
And we are on YouTube at Preparing to Podcast as well. And you could do us a huge favor. You could like, you could subscribe, you could forward or share or comment. All of those things help our dreams come true.
Yes, please feed the algorithm.
Yeah, just the touch of a finger, you can make our dreams come true. Thank you.
Or at least make our reality slightly less painful.
Well, that is my dream.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
The bar is low.
My dream is less painful. Aim low, you'll always be satisfied.
Always disappointed.
Perfect.